not interrupt a black trans woman when she's speaking.
As a trans non-binary person.
And I left on testosterone. He gave me my first shot in the doctor's office that day. I was 15 years old.
What's up, everybody? My name is Amir, Odom, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be talking about the hot mess express that was Jubilee's recent video, trans conservatives versus trans liberals. Now, I watched that whole thing, and I was actually baffled by what went down and how messy it actually was. Having my own experience on Jubilee, now I look at these videos a little bit differently because I can see clearly where they edited things, how things were starting to get really heated, and all of a sudden they make a cut. So we're just gonna dive right into this and just cover all the key moments that went down in this debate. Blossom black trans privilege.
Do not interrupt a black trans woman when she's speaking.
How can you actually have the audacity to say something like that? Don't interrupt a black trans woman. No, we're not doing this. Your identity does not give you the right to speak over people, and just because you identify as, well, now you are black, but just because you're black doesn't give you the right to talk over white people or tell white people that they can't speak over you. No, we're all humans, we're all individuals, and your skin color or your sexuality and how you express yourself does not grant you the respect that you think you deserve. Your persona does, your character does. If someone's interrupting you, they're just interrupting you, and they have every right to interrupt a black trans woman. And this same person went on to say something like this.
As a black trans woman, you and I do not get to have that same experience. There are
You went to the White House, I didn't.
There are more rooms that you get to walk in that I will be forbidden in.
Blossom, no. You're the one at HRC dinners giving speeches and doing collab videos with them. You're the one interrupting CNN town halls.
But let me tell you something, black trans women are being killed in this country, and CNN, you have erased black trans women for the last time. Let me tell you something.
You're the one getting $20,000 checks from Ellen.
We want to give you $20,000.
So I don't know where you're getting off on this idea that Blaire White is able to step into more rooms and has more opportunities because of the color of her skin, when in reality, if you look at it for what it is, that's you. You're the one that's gotten all these opportunities. You're the one that's gone over and doing all these things. Do not sit here and act like you have this woe is me life compared to Blaire White just because the color of her skin. Blaire's a badass. And she busts her ass and she works hard, and you can do the exact same thing. And it's apparent, getting invited into these circles, getting $20,000 checks, you have done that. And you have made a life for yourself. But miss me with the BS is just because someone's black, they automatically have it so bad. You've proven that that's not the case. So just stop. Trans bathrooms. I did learn in this Jubilee conversation that the whole trans bathroom, that whole debate is very convoluted and has a lot of nuance in it. Because I want to say, if you have a penis, use the men's bathroom. If you have a vagina, use the women's bathroom. But what does Blaire White look like using a men's bathroom? And what does Shane look like using a women's bathroom? That'll just put them both in danger. And then on the flip side, you're like, okay, well, if you look like a woman, use the woman's bathroom. If you look like a man, use the man's bathroom. But damn, to Shane's point, what does that say for the lesbian people who are more butch, who are more stud, who are women and they identify as women, but they just dress and appear more manly?
Biological women come in all shapes and sizes. There are, a lot of lesbian women that deal with this issue that I've related with.
Because to Shane's point, like he said, women come in all different shapes and sizes. So what is that experience of a butch woman, of a stud? What is it that they're having to go through? And that's something I just never thought about. They probably have a lot of bathroom issues as well, and Shane is saying that they do. So all of that just goes to show that this trans bathroom debate and this whole issue, there's a lot of context. There's a lot of things that go into it, because to some people there isn't a difference between Shane and a lesbian that looks more manly, even though Shane is trans. So it opens up a lot. In my mind, I definitely was challenged watching that segment of this video. Top surgery.
The idea that a child can consent to a sex change, to gender affirming surgery, if you believe that, there's really nothing that you can believe they can't consent to.
And another great point from Blaire, this is true, because if you are saying that a child has the right and is sound in the head to make a decision such as getting a double mastectomy and getting on hormones, what else are you saying that they can consent to? Where is that line drawn? Because that idea goes right into giving children autonomy over their own bodies, and they don't have that right. Children need to be led. Children need guidance.
People have a choice to their autonomy.
And for Blossom to say something like this, it's honestly disgusting. I was appalled because, again, children need they're children. We say it all the time on this channel. I don't know. I'm just literally baffled by the amount of people who want to defend children mutilating themselves. And to a certain extent, I see how it can come from a place of love and compassion.
I know for me, like top surgery when I was like 16 would have been like so good, and it would have literally like saved my spinal cord from like binding all the time. That's why I'm like, yeah, like I feel like in instances like it can make sense.
When it's coming from the trans people who turned out to really be trans and like, oh, this would have helped me so much, like with the binding and I have issues, yada, yada, I get that, but we can't. We just can't. We can't be out here mutilating children and allowing them to do that to themselves. I don't understand why it causes a big fuss. I don't understand the hoopla. Literally, just wait till you're 18 to make decisions that are harming your body. That's it. This is no ill will to anyone that's trans. This is no ill will to anybody. It's just a matter of allowing someone to grow up, come to these conclusions themselves, and see if they really want to go through with this decision. So I've said this before in my last video outlining people who regret transitioning. At a certain point, the United States said, hold on, wait. We've had a lot of car crashes. We need to install the seatbelt. We need to mandate seatbelts, okay? I think we need to just mandate that children cannot transition, and the only way you're getting these hormone shots and you're getting these double mastectomies is if you are 18 and of age to make the decision for yourself, because there are countless cases of people regretting it. And one child regretting the decision that these parents and doctors made for them, that's enough. That's enough for us to sit back, take a stand, and say, you know what? Actually, maybe this is a bad thing. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this. And that is no ill will. That is not hate. That's not hateful towards the trans community by no means. That is protecting the kids that are going through these changes and regretting it and can never go back because they literally had surgery on their own bodies. Non-binary people.
And proof that non-binary people exist and that it is a thing.
Now, this was petty on Jubilee's fault. They had no business casting a non-binary person for a trans debate. They're literally different. I'm saying two different things. Non-binary, trans. Why are we lumping them together? Why are we getting them to have a group discussion in the first place?
My point is, you're different than me, and I don't even think you deny that, but yet when I say it, it's an issue, right? The same way that he said he can't take that off, you can, right? It's different. At the very least, it's different.
There's literally only one person in that whole room, that whole debate that identifies as non-binary. Everyone else is trans. It goes right back to how I've made videos about this. I've talked about this before, why the LGB needs to be separate from the TQ+, but it's apparent that the T needs to be separate from the Q+. Demi boy and the Dep Parrot boy and all the craziness, yeah, that's the Q+. The trans, well, so I thought, was easily to be defined. It used to be easily defined. It's someone transitioning from male to female or female to male. But now these non-binary people and have everybody under the sun just saying that I can identify as whatever I want to identify, and if I am a girl, I am a woman, I am a man, I am a man. When that's not the case, that's not reality, it's not how things are. This is what happens when you lump everything under one umbrella. It starts to make no sense. It goes back to how there's gay, straight, and bi, but now that you have, if anybody can be a man and anybody can be a woman, what does that make me as a gay person? Because all of a sudden now I'm being called transphobic for not wanting to be with a trans man who's identifying as a man, even though they have a vagina. Plot twist, gay men are scared of vagina. So I don't know why we're lumping all this together. And then clearly in the Jubilee video, you got people who are non-binary joining the discussion of people who literally have transitioned, who have gotten surgeries, who have done everything under the sun to transition because they're going through these mental issues. And you got this one person who can take it on and take it off. Who can one day, yeah, I'm a girl. One day, yeah, I'm a guy. And just switch back and forth. When the trans people, they can't do that. They are trans, they transitioned. It just, you know what? The whole video, the whole debate just blew my mind. Because one, it was cut a little bit weird. I feel like there's a lot of things missing out, and apparently that's what a lot of people were saying. There were a lot of things cut out. But two, that non-binary person, that was really petty, adding them to the mix. And then Blossom just, it reminded me very much of Jean Jacket from my debate. Blossom just interrupting everybody, acting hostile, just doing the most. That's what that was. It was just a lot of doing the most. But yeah, the video was a little bit messy, but you can watch the full thing if you want. I'll put the link below. As always, thank you guys for supporting my content and watching my videos. It means the world to me. I mean, look, that's crazy. To start this channel this year and have that's insane. So I'm very thankful. This is actually art that someone drew on Instagram, and I'll put my PO box below, my mailing address. If you like to make art, if you want anything hanging up in my studio, in this backdrop right over here, mail it to me below, and I'll be sure to open up the packages, read notes, and do all of that. But yeah, overall, again, like I always say, I hope that you're having a great day today, that things are going well for you, that you understand that you have the full power and control to change your life and go after anything you want to in this world. All it takes is you the determination, and not just motivation, because sometimes motivation can be BS. Literally just takes the discipline to go out there and continuously do the things you need to be doing to better yourself. And as always, I will catch you in the next video. Deuces.